What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the mid-June love energy check-in for my Scorpios out there. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. So what we're going to take a look at here, my Scorpios, we're going to take a look at the hurdles, obstacles, and challenges you're facing in love and romance right now. We're going to take a look at the advice that you need, what you need to know to overcome those challenges, and the outcome, what you can expect if you follow the advice. All right, I will clarify everything, and we'll see what comes out here for you guys. So let's take a look at the current hurdles, obstacles, and challenges, please, for my Scorpios. All right, so we have a Queen of Wands energy. So this could be you, or this could be somebody you're dealing with, fire sign potentially, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or somebody that you have a strong magnetic connection with, something that could be very passionate, sexy, charismatic. You know, it's more of a passionate, sensual, sexual, kind of a lusty type of vibe. Could also be very exciting, though, very adventurous type of energy as well. Now, if this is you, this could be referring to you being in a very maybe you're taking on those qualities. Maybe you're being a little bit non-committal. You're in more of a kind of a me first type of attitude. Maybe you're less committal at this time in your life. You're focused on mostly just having fun. You're not looking for necessarily a committed relationship. Maybe you're just in it for the passion, the excitement, the adventure, the sex, whatever. Okay, so you have to take it how it resonates. We'll know more in a second when we clarify that. Give me the advice, please. What advice do they need to know? So it's going to be one or the other. It could be maybe half and half, 50-50. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign or somebody who has the qualities that I mentioned, or this could have to do with you and you're embodying those qualities, and maybe you being in this energy is the challenge and you actually getting the type of relationship you want. So the advice is Three of Pentacles. So this is either about working something out with somebody, collaborating, talking things through, working things through. It could be maybe you working with somebody else, like a coach, a counselor, a therapist, mentor, or this could be this kind of a lot to do with either, you know, focusing more on work if romance isn't going well for you. So focusing more on your job, your career, something like that. But it's also, the Three of Pentacles is also about learning. It's also about, you know, observing somebody else. You're the apprentice. You're somebody who's going to be taught something, right? So again, you know, that could be you taking a class, going to a seminar, you know, taking a course online. It could even be just watching, you know, free YouTube channels, reading books about, you know, improving relationships, improving yourself, personal development, personal growth, things like that. We'll have to see. All right, what's the outcome for my Scorpios here? The Devil in reverse, which makes sense. Okay, so this is kind of a tell-all energy here. So the Devil in reverse is the outcome. It's saying that as a result of, okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands, which is directly related to this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, so this is kind of what I feel, and I obviously we'll know in a second if I'm correct when we clarify, but what I'm getting off of this is basically this is saying that in order for you guys to attract or achieve the type of relationship you're wanting, if you're wanting something solid, stable, commit, you know, committed, or you just want something that's fulfilling. The fact that the Devil is in reverse in the outcome position implies that right now, under this energy, under the challenge energy, the Devil card is upright. So essentially, this is almost like the Devil upright. this energy here, especially when we pair it with the Knight of Wands. So the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, these two energies together would be the Devil upright over here, right? That's kind of what's happening right now. That's the challenge. Now this could either be you're in this energy, so you're in kind of a player energy. Maybe you're addicted to sex. Maybe you're addicted to attention. Maybe you have past wounds and trauma, past betrayals, things that have happened to you that have put you in somewhat of almost like an avoidant attachment style, like where you're not comfortable in intimate relationships, emotional relationships. You're not comfortable connecting with people on a deep level, so you keep things superficial. In the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, I mean, all of the court cards in the Wands element, one of the negative sides of that energy is superficiality. So you can be very superficial, very surface level, right? It doesn't know how to go very deep. It's just driven by attention, passion, adventure, stimulation, things like that. And so while those relationships can be very exciting, very enthralling, very lusty, very passionate, very addictive, because, it's like a drug addict or an alcoholic, right? Like you're addicted to the rush, basically, is what that energy entails here. And so this Queen of Wands energy is either somebody in your life or around your life, or it may just represent a type of people, right? It doesn't have to be a specific person. It could be that you attract, player types of people in your life. You're like, but I don't understand why I can never attract somebody who is faithful. Why do they always cheat on me? Why do they always betray me? Whatever the case may be, right? And it's because there's something within you that resembles that energy. It doesn't mean that you have to exact that you have to act or be in that type of energy yourself. You don't have to act that the same way that these people do, but it doesn't mean that there's not something within you, a similar fear, a similar wound, a similar trauma, something within you is attracting that type of energy into your life, because we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. That's just how it works. And this is just the law of vibration, the law of energy. Now, if this is you, then obviously the cards are just calling you out. And I'm just the messenger. The cards are saying, hey, Scorpio, you're being a player. You're going out, and you would know this if you're honest with yourself. You know what issues you have. You know how you behave in your relationships and all of that. And so until you work on yourself to overcome these problems, which is the advice with the Three of Pentacles, you're not going to overcome this addiction. You're not going to get out of this devil energy here. Okay. And so it's going to be, so either it's you, this devil energy is directly tied to you, or it's tied to a person, or it's tied to a type of persons that you attract into your life. And again, you can't control how other people show up in your life, but you can control who you are and why you attract those types of people into your life. So as you change whatever it is about you, and maybe it's you're a pushover, maybe you're a people pleaser, maybe you're codependent, maybe you're very empathic and very sensitive, so you attract controlling, narcissistic people. Who knows? I don't know. Only you will know. But let's clarify. Why is the Queen of Wands here for the challenge here for my Scorpios? Now, I will say, I don't remember. I think I did mention this is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Obviously, the devil energy is Capricorn. So just for those who'd like to know. Okay, so yeah. So the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Fool, which is Aquarius energy, and we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. So this could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with. If it is a specific person, then this could be a Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So there's that devil energy. There's the cheater, the lies, the deception, the betrayal, all of that. So again, this is either somebody that you're dealing with, or this is you, or this is a type of people that you attract into your life. So all three still apply here. So the Fool, in this case, typically most readers, a lot of readers would read the Fool as it's just like a new beginning energy, because it's the first major arcana, right? Or taking a leap of faith, starting something new, a new chapter, things like that. But the Fool is also about freedom. The Fool goes wherever the Fool wants to do. There's all these endless opportunities out there. There's this whole world. Like, it's almost like an open world video game, right? Your character starts off and you have this big open world, and you can go wherever you want, anytime you want, do whatever you want. There's no one's telling you what to do. No one's controlling you, and you don't have to, you don't have to play the game a certain way, right? It's so in this case, because it's attached to this Queen of Wands energy and the Seven of Swords. This is somebody who definitely has FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. So this person, this Queen of Wands energy, is never satisfied. Again, potentially a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, or potentially somebody who has Sagittarius or Aquarius in their chart. Again, doesn't have to be. But this person definitely, because we had that Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck a second ago, right? And the Knight of Wands is also somebody who's in and out, comes and goes as they please. It's the free-spirited bachelor energy when it's in that type of energy, right? And it's just wherever their heart, wherever their passion, wherever their lust, wherever the temptation leads them, that's where they go. Here today, gone tomorrow. And that's who this person is. And again, that could be you, that could be somebody else, or that could be just a type of people that you attract. But it is a deceptive energy. So, it shows up pretending to be one thing, but in a short amount of time, it reveals to be something else, which is the Seven of Swords energy, along with, cheating, lies, deceit, betrayal, and all the other stuff, right? They're a very sneaky person here. Now, interestingly enough, with the Temperance card here, normally I wouldn't get this energy off Temperance, because Temperance is the opposite of devil energy. Temperance is somebody who's conservative, and that doesn't mean they're like politically conservative, but they're somebody who they live a moderate life, a balanced life. They don't have addictions. It's the opposite of devil energy, basically. Peace, patience, balance, moderation, clarity. Somebody who is in a very healthy place, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. They've got themselves in alignment, and they're on their soul's path. But here, just like with the Fool, there's an innocence here, because the Fool represents a childlike energy. Temperance is the impression that this person is an angel. So really, these two cards, so you get the Queen of Wands. So this is like, wow, this person is charming and magnetic on the front side. Like that's their the first impression you get. They have an innocence about them, a playfulness about them, and they seem to have their life together. They seem to really just, appear like they're an angel. This is what we call wolves in sheep's clothing, right? If I can talk tonight. This is, there's a saying, basically like devils or demons masquerading as angels of light, right? Like there's a verse somewhere in the Bible that describes that. It's essentially this devil is hiding behind the facade of an angel, essentially. So it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Whoever this energy is, they come to you and they act like they're a good, decent, upstanding person. But they're just fun. They're magnetic, playful, charismatic, and they're great in bed, right? Like a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. That kind of vibe, right? Where here she is. She no, not her. She is not. This is the last person, or he or her is the last person in the world that would betray you, lie to you, or harm you. Like they're loved and liked by everybody. And I can't tell you how many times in life I've come across people who were with somebody, their partner, their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, whatever, and you always hear the story about how everybody liked them. Like everybody loved them. Like, and when they're out and about and they're being seen, they're out in public and they're seen by everyone, they put on a certain persona, and that's how everyone sees and knows them. And so it's almost like it creates this reputation about this person that's so believable that even though behind scenes, behind closed doors, which is where you see the real person, they might be controlling, abusive, narcissistic, and whatever. And so then when the person who's getting abused starts to say, hey, this person isn't who you think they are. They're abusive. They're toxic. They're this, they're that. And nobody believes them. There's no way. And so then the toxic person is like, yeah, that they're lying. They're the one with the problem. And everybody believes this person. Everybody believes the devil and the toxic person, because out in public, they've created such a powerful reputation, and people just can't believe that somebody so nice and would give their shirt off their back to the homeless person. Like, there's no way that person is hurting you and harming you. There's no way that person is narcissistic and abusive, right? But the truth is, behind the scenes, they're the devil. They totally are toxic. They're abusive, and they're controlling, and nobody gets to see that side of them, right? And so nobody believes the person who's getting abused, right? So that's kind of that wolf in sheep's clothing type of vibe that I'm getting there, all right? And that's why I wanted to take a minute to describe that energy for those of you that this resonates with. So the Three of Pentacles in the advice. So this is obviously, again, this is about getting help, maybe rallying the support of family, friends, community, people that are close to you, around you that you can trust, not just some random strangers, but people around you that you can trust and rely upon to help you get out from a toxic situation, stop attracting toxic people, stop tolerating this stuff, you doing your personal development, you doing your own personal work so that you can overcome this energy within yourself, so that you'll stop attracting these types of people into your life. Or if you are this toxic person, you need to work on whatever is going on within you that's causing you to live in this false persona, this false identity, which is usually some form of pain, trauma, inadequacy, not good enough. Something happened to you where you've handed your life over to this devil energy to get your needs met in a negative way. You don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want to feel like you're not good enough. You don't want to have to deal with people's emotions. You don't want to have to pay the consequences for your bad decisions and those types of things. You don't have to take responsibility for your life, basically. You want to be able to do whatever you want and not have it an effect on you, right? It's a very selfish energy, but the intent behind it is self-preservation. You're really just trying to protect yourself. And we all have self-preservation mechanisms that symptomize differently in the outside world. So no one's better than somebody else. We just respond and react and do different behaviors, which unfortunately sometimes affect other people more than they affect us, right? Just depends. Right? Somebody who has an eating disorder, that eating disorder is affecting them and not necessarily other people around them. So it's more of a direct to yourself type of harm versus, an abusive player person like this, who every time they get in a relationship, they're not the ones who end up getting hurt out of it. It's the people around them that they end up leading on and manipulating to get hurt, right? So negative energy, devil energy, can manifest in us in all different types of ways, which can create, different types of problems and outcomes, whether either it's to us or other people. So why is it Three of Pentacles here? Get a little more specific here on this Three of Pentacles. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is there's a need to stay focused, to take focused action. Basically, no more waiting around, no more, well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, or, you know, letting yourself off the hook, going, well, I know I need to do this. I know that this is hurting me. This is harming me. I know I need to change. I know I need to leave a toxic person or toxic relationship, or I know I need to change my toxic ways. I know I need to get out from underneath this addiction that I'm in, or these problems that I have in my life, and all these things. Seven of Swords still at the bottom of the deck. You know, you need to make major, drastic, quick changes in your life that require effort, focused effort and determination. That's the Knight of Swords. So that what? So that the Six of Swords, so that you can get out of this volatile time in your life, this volatile, toxic situation, circumstances, right? The Five of Swords is that chaos, that conflict, that defeat, that self-sabotage, the aggressor, the tyrant, the enemy, right? It's the archetype of going to war, going to battle, and being defeated at with whatever it is you're facing, whatever that challenge, whatever that fight is that you're facing. In this case, it's the devil energy. The Six of Swords, moving from the 5 to the 6, the 6 is you left the battle, you escaped, you got out of the war, you're moving into a peaceful time, into calmness, which is the true tranquility, the true temperance energy, right? Which is devil energy in reverse. So all those are the Six of Swords, the temperance, and the devil in reverse are all different ways of saying the same thing. Six of Swords is you moving on from all of this into a peaceful, calmer time so that you can attract the things that are right for your life. So the outcome, the devil in reverse. Well, the devil in reverse would be temperance, but there's only one temperance card in the deck. So the Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. So the Two of Wands, I'm sorry, the devil in reverse is clarified by the Two of Wands, and we had two more cards that came out in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. They're both two cards saying the same thing. They both talk about broken relationships, failed commitments, things like that. I'm going to put the Two of Cups back in the deck since both cards are saying the same thing. I'll keep the major arcana, the Hierophant in reverse, which is Taurus energy. And then we have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, which is Pisces energy here. Now, this is really the key card. The one here at the bottom of the deck is the one that really matters the most here in the outcome. Now, the Two of Wands, the artwork here doesn't really, it doesn't show the same way as it does in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. In the traditional art, actually, I'll use this deck. I'll find the card for you real quick. There's a person holding a wand in one hand, and then they're holding a globe in the other hand. And that's what I want to find really quick, just so you guys can see. It'll make sense what I need to explain to you here with the visual aid. Not everybody knows what not everybody watches tarot enough to know what that looks like. So they make, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean the original artwork? So just give me 2 seconds to find that card. Yeah, here we go. So we have the Two of Wands person here. Let's see if it shows up a little bit better here. Maybe, yeah. All right, so here this person is, and you can see he's holding the one wand, or she's holding the one wand in the left hand. The other wand is just planted in the ground to the right, and in the other hand, it's kind of hard to see because this is a reflective gold type of plastic material for this card, as opposed to paper. But in the other hand there, this person, as you can see, they're looking into this globe, right? They're looking into it's essentially saying like the world is your oyster, basically. And so I'm just going to kind of lay this on top of this Two of Wands here. So this is the same card. It's the exact same card. So the Two of Wands here, the devil in reverse clarified by the Two of Wands, and the Hierophant in reverse, and the the Hangman. And the reason I said the Hangman is the most important card here is because the Hangman is all about getting a new perspective, hence this light at the bottom around his head, the illumination. And interestingly enough, by the way, at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So now we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands there, which is just more confirmation of the types of relationships and that you've been attracting. So again, male or female, this reading doesn't matter. It essentially applies to both, right? And we see the devil has that red energy attached there too. So it's just interesting. But back on track here. So the Hangman is all about gaining a new perspective on something. But in order for the Hangman, let me back up and say this. The Hangman is stuck. So in other words, nothing changes. The Hangman is going to be stuck for a long time until he or she figures out how to get unstuck. And the way that you get unstuck is not through brute force. It's by using your Jedi powers. You have to use the Force. You have to use, in this case, you have to gain a new perspective that transforms your life. Otherwise, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's what's been going on in your life. You can't keep going around doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You have to change your perception. You have to change your perspective on life. But in order to do that, in order to get something new, you have to let go of something to get something new. That's another one of the meanings of the Hangman card. It means letting go of something, sacrificing something, removing something so that something new can come into your life. And in this case, the thing that you need to let go of is a pattern of thinking, a perception, a wound, whatever that thing is within you, a certain type of people, an addiction, whatever this thing is that's tied to the devil energy, which is tied to you or the people around you, you have to let that go. And when you let that go, what this does, that new perception or this illumination, this revelation that you get from the Hangman becomes the globe in the Two of Wands hand. The world becomes your oyster. Only then does the world open up to new opportunities, new possibilities, options, because twos are about options and choices. You will have other choices. You will have other options. New paths in life will open up to you as a result of you gaining this new information, gaining this new knowledge, gaining this new clarity, because you're willing to let go of an old way of life. And when you let go of the old way of life, which is, again, letting go of releasing yourself from this devil toxic energy, then those opportunities will open up to you, and then you won't have to experience this anymore. You won't have to experience these broken relationships, the Hierophant in reverse here, going through broken relationships, non-committed relationships, failed commitments, and all of these things. You won't have to experience that anymore, right? So that's essentially what you can expect. You can expect a change in your life, a change in the direction of your life, the change in the types of people and relationships you attract. But you have, again, the most important part of the relationship is abiding and listening to the advice. So really, the outcome is just an extension of the advice, right? So it's telling you, yeah, you'll start attracting quality people into your life, but it's like you got a double dose of advice for you guys, essentially, is really what this is. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I know this one went a little bit long, but these are the messages that I got for you guys, and when I feel led to share the message for what I'm getting or what I'm receiving, I'm not going to shortchange you. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully this reading makes sense. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Also, stay tuned for the July readings. I'll probably be doing those about a week maybe, or the beginning of the week after, once we get into July there. So with that being said, stay tuned for more. I will see you guys very soon. And as always, my friends, love and light.